So welcome back to Indigo Moon, okay? Hot peas and butter, come and get your supper. All right, that was a game that we used to play, you know, when I lived in the hood. Let's be honest, okay? Now, there's a big difference in some cases and then a small difference in others, okay? Excuse the lizard going by. We have poor children, okay? Children who might not have the same amenities, the same finances that maybe rich children would have. They find games to play in the street. They find hopscotch. They'll take a piece of chalk and just paint something on the ground, and they'll do that. Or they'll play skelsies, where you take bottle tops, and you melt the crayons in different colors to specify that it's yours over someone else's, and you play skelsies, where you take your finger and you actually pluck the top to go into a certain barrier. You know, all of us may have grown up in different environments, but while we grew up in those different environments, we might not have realized how poor we were, or we might not have even realized all of the different things that our parents went through, but we got through it. Those were the steps that we needed to learn in order to get to where we are and where we're going now. Sure, we are going to have certain challenges, certain problems, certain perspectives. As we move along, we are moving up that ladder. You might say socio-economic ladder, okay? You might say any ladder in life. Everyone goes through their own form of initiation, all right? Spiritually, if you are, let's say, trying to reach a certain plateau, okay, God will give you different tests. Once you finish passing that test, you go through an initiation process. That process puts you on a certain level. That's why, if you notice when I'm speaking, I'm telling you that we have to keep our vibrations highest. That way, the people who are trying to, let's say, go against you, while they're trying to go against you, they can't even compete, or they can't get to a certain point, because that barrier has been set forth. It's almost like God saying, do not touch my anointed one, okay? When people are going through initiation for the dark side, same thing. There's certain things they might have to do. It's like a gang. You know, the people in the gang maybe they have to do certain things in order to be initiated into their gang, okay? But we're not looking at the dark surface. We're looking at a lighter surface. And when we look at that, we have to say, okay, when I'm trying my hardest to make the best choices possible, or I'm trying to be able to even get God's attention, because I'm trying to be at my best, even when I fall short, I'm still striving. So I'm going to get a certain amount of points right there, okay? All of us are on different levels. And while we're there, we have to realize that if we mind our own business, if we focus on what is important that we should be doing for ourselves and for even loved ones, that is part of our job. You working against someone else, now that could be another person's job, but you don't always have to be a part of that. You know, when you go to grade school, you get left back if you don't do what you're supposed to do, or maybe you'll get promoted if you did everything you were supposed to do. But what about that extra component? The person who graduates with honors, they did more than the people on just the average scale. It's important that we realize that in life, it's pretty similar, you know, in some cases, as to how people reach a certain level. We are striving to be at our best. So let us remember that while we're doing just that, let us begin to figure out different ways that we might be able to make the right choice. It's easy to make a poor choice. It's easy to follow the crowd. But you are unwritten, like the song. Everything that you're doing right now is unwritten. You are rewriting history, rewriting your own choices. So try to make the best choices possible so that you might be able to get to where it is that you need to be. Because God is watching and directing you all along. Thank you so much for joining us, Indigo Moon. You have a lovely weekend.